emergency alert sound cut through every screen on Earth. News anchors stopped talking. Children looked up from their games. Workers froze at their desks. The same message appeared everywhere. Breaking. Galactic Council emergency broadcast. All humans must watch. Nobody knew what was coming. They should have been afraid. At exactly 12 p.m. Earth time, every screen in human space lit up with the same image. A massive alien chamber. Hundreds of different species sat in golden chairs. At the center stood a creature that looked like a giant insect with 6 arms and glowing red eyes. "Greetings, humans," the creature said. Its voice was cold like winter wind. "I am High Council Leader Zaxthor. Today, your species learns its place in the galaxy." On Earth, families gathered around their TVs. Parents pulled their children close. Something felt very wrong. "For too long, humans have spread like a disease," Zaxthor continued. "Your kind builds on sacred worlds. You take resources that belong to others. You refuse to follow galactic law. This ends today." The camera moved to show 10 billion humans standing in chains. Men, women, children, elderly people. All from the Mars colonies, lunar bases, and space stations. They looked scared but not broken. Sarah Chen in New York grabbed her husband's hand. Their son lived on Mars Colony 7. She could see him in the crowd of prisoners. "As punishment for your crimes," Zaxthor announced, "we will now remove 10 billion humans from existence. Let this be a lesson to those who remain." The alien leader raised all 6 arms. Energy weapons appeared around the prisoners. The humans stood straight. Even facing death, they would not kneel. "Any last words, inferior species?" Zaxthor asked. A human woman stepped forward. She wore a Mars colony uniform. Her voice was strong and clear. "Yes, you just made the biggest mistake in galactic history." The aliens laughed. The weapons fired. 10 billion human lights went out in 3 minutes. On Earth, the screaming started. Sarah Chen collapsed on her living room floor. Her son was gone. Across the planet, families watched their loved ones die. Mothers lost children. Children lost parents. Entire bloodlines ended in those 3 minutes. But something else happened in those 3 minutes. Something the aliens did not expect. The crying stopped. The screaming ended. A strange quiet fell over planet Earth. President Martinez sat in the White House war room. His face was stone. Around the table, world leaders from every nation stared at screens showing empty space where human colonies once lived. "Mr. President," whispered his aide, "the people are asking for your response." Martinez said nothing. He pressed a red button on his desk. Across Earth, massive doors opened underground, doors that had been sealed for 200 years. The alien broadcast continued. Zaxthor was celebrating. "Let this be remembered across the galaxy. Humans are weak. Humans are nothing. Any species that helps them will join them in death." The broadcast ended. Earth went silent. For 24 hours, no human government said a word. No president gave a speech. No military leader made threats. Earth's radio signals simply stopped. The galaxy thought humans were broken. They were wrong. In secret bunkers beneath major cities, alarms were ringing. Soldiers who had slept in cryogenic chambers for decades opened their eyes. Weapons that could crack planets were being moved into position. Ships that had waited in asteroid belts for 2 centuries started their engines. On the second day, a single message leaked from somewhere inside Earth's government. A journalist in Tokyo received it first. 3 words that changed everything. Operation Alien Extinct. The message spread across Earth's networks in minutes. Military satellites showed massive movement worldwide. Thousands of ships were rising from hidden ocean bases. Mountains were opening to reveal weapons platforms. The moon itself was moving into attack position. General Thompson stood in a command center 5 miles below Colorado. Around him, screens showed the real human military. Not the small fleet the galaxy had seen. Not the peaceful explorers and colonists. This was humanity's true face. 200 years of preparation. 200 years of waiting. 200 years of building weapons designed for one purpose, the complete extinction of alien life. "Sir," said his lieutenant, "the fleet report's ready. 5 million combat ships, 50,000 planet killers. All crews volunteer only." Thompson nodded. He looked at a photo on his desk. His daughter had lived on Lunar Base. She died in the broadcast 2 days ago. "Send the message to all alien worlds," he said quietly. "Tell them we're coming. Tell them we remember our 10 billion dead. Tell them there will be no prisoners, no survivors, no mercy. The lieutenant hesitated. Sir, what about their surrender? Thompson smiled, but his eyes were ice cold. Son, they killed our children on live TV. They wanted to send us a message about our place in this galaxy. He turned to face the screen showing Earth's hidden armada. Now we're going to send them one back. The countdown began. 72 hours until launch. The galaxy had no idea what was coming for them. 48 hours after 10 billion humans died, the world learned the truth. Earth had been lying for 2 centuries. Dr. Elena Vasquez stood in a command center that should not exist. 5 miles below New York City, metal corridors stretched for hundreds of miles. The facility was bigger than the city above it. It had been there for 200 years, hidden beneath everyone's feet. My God, whispered the CNN reporter beside her. How long has this been here? Since 2025, Elena replied. The year we first detected alien signals. The reporter's camera showed massive halls filled with sleeping soldiers. Thousands of cryogenic pods lined the walls like silver coffins. Inside each pod, a human warrior waited. They had been sleeping for decades, waiting for this day. How many? The reporter asked. 50 million in this facility alone, Elena said calmly. We have 300 facilities like this around the world. 15 billion soldiers. All volunteers, all ready to die for humanity. The camera moved deeper into the facility. Weapons lined the walls. Not the simple guns humans used in their public military. These weapons glowed with alien energy. They hummed with power that could crack moons. Where did you get these? The reporter asked, pointing at a rifle that seemed to bend light around itself. Elena smiled coldly. Every time aliens visited Earth peacefully, we kept pieces of their technology. Every crashed ship, every broken weapon, every dead alien. We studied everything. We learned everything. The reporter was shaking. You mean when aliens came for trade talks? We were robbing them, Elena finished. Learning their weaknesses, copying their weapons, making them better. Above ground, the world was watching. Families who lost loved ones 2 days ago now saw the truth. Earth had not been defenseless. Earth had been planning. President Martinez finally spoke to the world. He stood in the White House, but behind him were screens showing humanity's real military power. My fellow humans, he began, for 200 years we have played the role of peaceful explorers. We let the galaxy think we were weak. We let them believe we were harmless. The screens showed massive shipyards hidden inside asteroids. Thousands of black warships, each one the size of a city. They had been waiting in the dark spaces between stars, invisible to alien sensors. While they celebrated their superiority, Martinez continued, we built the most powerful military force in galactic history. While they made laws to control us, we prepared to eliminate them. In the London underground facility, General Harrison walked past weapons that defied physics. Bombs that could make stars explode. Viruses designed to kill only alien DNA. Ships that could travel faster than light itself. Sir, said his aide, the alien networks are detecting our movements. They know we're mobilizing, Harrison laughed. It was not a happy sound. Let them know. Let them try to prepare. It won't matter. He stopped in front of a massive screen showing the galaxy map. Red dots marked every alien world. There were thousands of them. How long will it take? The aide asked. To kill every alien in the galaxy? Harrison thought for a moment. 6 months, maybe less if they try to fight back. The aide looked shocked. All of them? Harrison turned to face him. His daughter had died on Mars Colony 2. His grandson was on Lunar Base 7. Both were gone now. Son, they killed 10 billion of our people on live television. They wanted to teach us a lesson about fear. Harrison's voice became ice cold. We're going to teach them a lesson about extinction. Across Earth, the hidden facilities were opening. In the Pacific Ocean, islands rose from the seafloor. They were not islands. They were weapons platforms disguised as islands for 50 years. In Earth's orbit, the moon itself was moving. What the aliens thought was humanity's natural satellite was actually a massive weapon. It had been hollowed out and filled with planet-killing cannons. The reporter in New York asked the question everyone wanted to know. Why? Why prepare for war when we could have lived in peace? Dr. Vasquez pulled up historical files, images of human colonies being destroyed by accidents. Human ships disappearing in space storms. Human diplomats dying from rare diseases. Because they have been killing us slowly for 200 years, she said. Every human death in space was planned. Every colony failure was sabotage. Every accident was murder. The reporter stared at the evidence. Hundreds of secret alien attacks. Thousands of human deaths covered up as accidents. They thought we didn't notice, Eleanor continued. They thought we were too stupid to connect the pieces. They were wrong. The countdown timer showed 24 hours until launch. Around the galaxy, alien governments were holding emergency meetings. Their spy networks reported impossible things. Humans had weapons that should not exist. Ships that broke the laws of physics. An army that had been hidden for 2 centuries, but there was something else. Something that terrified the aliens more than human weapons. In every facility, beside every weapon, beside every sleeping soldier, was the same message written in simple human words. Remember the 10 billion. The galaxy had killed 10 billion humans to send a message about power. Now 15 billion human soldiers were awake and ready to send a message back. The countdown continued 24 hours until Operation Alien Extinct began. His name was Kethvar. He had lived on Earth for 20 years pretending to be a human diplomat. Today, he discovered the truth that would kill trillions. Kethvar stood in his apartment in Washington, D.C., watching the news reports about humanity's hidden military. His 6 hearts were beating fast. The species he had been spying on for 2 decades was not what they seemed. "This is impossible," he whispered into his hidden communicator. "The humans have weapons that surpass our best technology. They have ships we cannot detect. They have been planning this for 2 centuries. The voice from his home planet crackled back. "You are mistaken. Humans are primitive. They cannot build such things." Kethvar looked out his window. In the distance, he could see a mountain opening like a flower. Inside was a weapon platform the size of a city. Energy readings showed it could destroy his home planet from 50 light years away. "I am sending you the data now," he said urgently. "You must warn the Council. You must evacuate the core worlds immediately." But Kethvar made one mistake. He did not know that humans had been watching him for 20 years. Agent Sarah Martinez sat in a control room beneath the Pentagon. On her screens, she watched every alien spy on Earth. There were 57 of them. All had lived normal lives. All thought they were hidden. All were about to die. "Kethvar is sending data to the Zephyrian homeworld," reported her lieutenant. "Signal will reach them in 6 hours. Sarah checked her watch. "Launch is in 2 hours. They will know we are coming before we arrive." "Should we stop the transmission?" Sarah smiled coldly. "No, let him send it. Let them prepare. It won't matter." 6 light years away, the Zephyrian High Command received Kethvar's message. The data showed human weapons that should not exist. Ships that moved faster than physics allowed. An army that had been hidden under their noses for decades. Admiral Threxmore stared at the holographic displays. 15 billion human soldiers, weapons that could kill stars. A fleet that numbered in the millions. "This cannot be real," he whispered. "Our intelligence said humans had maybe 1,000 combat ships." His aide pulled up more data. "Sir, the spy has video proof. These are not fake images. The humans have been lying to us for 200 years. Threxmore felt something he had never experienced before. Fear. He opened emergency channels to every alien world in the galaxy. "This is Admiral Threxmore with Code Black Emergency Alert. The humans are not what we believed. They have superior technology. They have been planning our extinction. All worlds must prepare for immediate invasion." Across the galaxy, alien leaders received the warning. On the water world of Aquarios, Queen Mertha called her war council. On the desert planet Pyrrhion, Emperor Blazerjack activated ancient defense systems. On the ice moon of Crystallix, the frozen lords emerged from 1,000-year sleep. Every alien civilization began preparing for war, but they only had 2 hours. Back on Earth, Kethvar was still sending data when his apartment door exploded inward. 3 humans in black armor entered. Their weapons hummed with the same energy he had seen in the military bases. "Hello, Kethvar," said Agent Martinez. "We know who you are. We have always known." The alien spy tried to run. The weapon blast caught him before he took 2 steps. But he was not dead. The humans wanted him alive. "You are going to send one more message," Martinez told him as he lay bleeding on his floor. "You are going to tell your people exactly what is coming for them." Kethvar's communication device was still active. His people could hear everything. "Tell them," Martinez ordered, pressing her weapon to his head, "that Earth remembers every human they killed. Tell them we remember every colony they destroyed. Tell them we remember our 10 billion dead." With his dying breath, Kethvar spoke into the communicator. "My people, the humans are coming. They are not explorers. They are not traders. They are death itself. Run, hide, pray to whatever gods you worship. The humans are coming to kill us all." The transmission ended. Kethvar was dead. Across the galaxy, his final words were heard by every alien government. Panic spread faster than light. Entire star systems began evacuating. Ancient enemies formed alliances. Every weapon in the galaxy was powered up and aimed at human space. They had 2 hours to prepare for humanity's arrival. In Earth's hidden command center, General Thompson watched the alien responses. Emergency fleets were forming. Defense platforms were activating. Billions of alien soldiers were mobilizing. "Sir," said his aide, "they know we are coming. They are preparing the largest military force in galactic history. Over 10,000 alien species are uniting against us." Thompson looked at the tactical display. The aliens outnumbered humanity 50-1. They had weapons designed to crack planets. They controlled every strategic position in the galaxy. Any sane military leader would delay the attack. Any reasonable person would negotiate. But Thompson was not sane anymore. None of the humans were. They had watched 10 billion of their people die on live television. "Let them unite," he said quietly. "Let them prepare. Let them bring every ship, every weapon, every soldier they have." He turned to face his staff. His smile was the coldest thing in the universe. "They wanted to teach us about fear. Today, they learned that the most dangerous animal in any galaxy is a human with nothing left to lose." The countdown reached 0. Launch commenced. 5 million human ships disappeared into hyperspace, heading for every alien world simultaneously. The galaxy's greatest war was about to begin. Part 4. 14 Days to Galactic Extinction. Third-person narrative. 800 words. Day 1. 12 alien worlds burned. The galaxy learned that humans do not fight fair. Commander Zethkol of the Andromedan Defense Fleet was drinking his morning tea when the alarms started screaming. His ship's sensors showed impossible readings. Human vessels had appeared in orbit around his home planet. Not 1 or 2 ships, thousands. How did they get past our defense grid? He demanded. His tactical officer was shaking. "Sir, they didn't come through our defenses. They came from inside our system. They were already here waiting." The human ships had been hiding in asteroid belts for months, maybe years. While the galaxy prepared for war, humans were already in position around every major alien world. The first human broadcast was simple. "Surrender your military forces and evacuate your planet." "You have 1 hour," Zethkol laughed. 1 hour? We have 10,000 ships in this system. They have maybe 500. He opened all channels. "All ships, attack formation. Show these primitives how real warriors fight." That was the last transmission from the Andromedan fleet. Human weapons did not work like alien technology. They did not fire energy beams or plasma bolts. They fired something much worse, concentrated gravity. The human ships twisted space itself into weapons. When Zethkol's flagship fired its main cannon, the gravity beam caught the energy blast and sent it back. The alien ship destroyed itself with its own weapon. In 30 minutes, 10,000 alien ships became space dust. The planet below watched their mighty fleet die. Then they watched human ships move closer. The humans did not aim for military targets. They aimed for cities, for schools, for hospitals. "You killed our children first," came the human message. "Now you learn what that feels like." 12 worlds burned on day 1. Day 7. The galaxy's combined fleet was ready. 100,000 ships from every species. The largest military force in galactic history. Admiral Vexthor of the Galactic Defense Command stood on his bridge, watching the tactical display. Human forces were spread across 50 star systems. They looked scattered, weak. "Today we end this madness," he announced to his fleet. Today we show the universe that no single species can threaten the galaxy. The combined alien fleet jumped to hyperspace. Heading for Earth, they never reached their destination. Halfway to Earth, space itself seemed to tear open. Human ships poured out of hyperspace rifts. Not hundreds, not thousands, millions. Every human ship that had ever been built. Every weapon that had been hidden. Every soldier that had been sleeping for 2 centuries. All of them waiting in the dark between stars. Admiral Vexthor stared at his sensors. This is impossible. Where were they hiding? Captain Sarah Chen of the human flagship answered over open channels. We were everywhere. We have been watching you, hunting you, surrounding you for 200 years. You just never bothered to look. The battle of deep space lasted 18 hours. When it ended, the galaxy's greatest fleet was gone. 100,000 alien ships reduced to glowing metal fragments. Human losses, 0. The aliens finally understood. They were not fighting explorers who learned to fight. They were fighting predators who had pretended to be explorers. Day 14. The last alien government begged for peace. Emperor Colthax of the Centauri Empire sent the surrender message from his hidden bunker. His voice was broken, defeated. Please, he whispered across space. We surrender. All alien forces lay down their weapons. We will accept any terms. Just stop the killing. The human response came from General Thompson himself, broadcasting from Earth's command center. You had your chance for peace 200 years ago. You chose to kill us slowly, quietly, secretly. You had your chance for mercy 2 weeks ago. You chose to execute 10 billion humans on live television. Thompson's voice became ice cold. We did not come for your surrender. We came for your extinction. Across the galaxy, human ships moved to their final positions. Every alien world was surrounded. Every escape route was blocked. Every hiding place was found. The aliens had prepared for war. They had not prepared for genocide. Day 14 ended with a simple human broadcast to every surviving alien in the galaxy. You have 48 hours to say goodbye to your families. After that, there will be no aliens left to say goodbye to. In the Zephyrian capital, families held each other and cried. On Pyrrhion, warriors who had never known defeat knelt in prayer. On Crystallix, the Frozen Lords wrote final messages to gods who would not answer. Every alien species faced the same reality. They were going to die. All of them. Every man, woman, and child. Every soldier. Every leader. Every innocent civilian. Because they had killed 10 billion humans and thought there would be no consequences. The humans had different plans. In Earth's war room, General Thompson looked at the galaxy map. Red dots showed human fleets in position around every alien world. Green numbers showed alien populations, 847 billion total. Sir, said his aide, some alien worlds had nothing to do with the broadcast. Their children are innocent. Thompson looked at a photo on his desk. His granddaughter had lived on Lunar Base. She was 8 years old when the aliens killed her, so were ours, he said quietly. He pressed the button that would begin the final. Phase. Operation Alien Extinct entered its last stage point, 48 hours to galactic extinction. The galaxy learned. Too late that the most dangerous mistake any species can make is teaching humans how to hate. The final message from Earth was broadcast to every alien world at exactly 12 p.m. Galactic Standard Time, the same time they had killed 10 billion humans 2 weeks ago. This is General Thompson of Earth Command. The voice echoed across 1,000 star systems. You offered us surrender. We decline. You asked for mercy. We remember our 10 billion dead. Today, you learn what extinction means. On the water world of Aquarius, Queen Mertha held her youngest daughter as human ships blocked out their sun. The little girl looked up with innocent eyes and asked, Mama, why are the humans so angry? Mertha had no answer. How could she explain that her people had voted to kill human children on live television? How could she tell her daughter that sometimes monsters create bigger monsters? The human weapons did not fire immediately. For 1 hour they waited. Let the aliens say goodbye. Let them understand what was coming. Then the sky began to burn. Human ships did not destroy planets quickly. That would be merciful. Instead, they used gravity weapons to slowly tear worlds apart. Cities floated into space. Oceans boiled away into the void. Mountains cracked and fell upward into the darkness. It took 6 hours for each world to die completely. The galaxy watched in horror as civilization after civilization simply ended. Ancient cultures that had existed for millions of years became cosmic dust in a single day. But the humans were not finished. Captain Maria Santos led the hunt for alien survivors. Her ship, the Vengeance, specialized in tracking refugees. Every escape pod, every hidden colony, every secret bunker, her crew found them all. Contacted coordinates 847221. Reported her sensor officer. Zephyrian transport carrying 5,000 civilians. Are there any children aboard? Santos asked. Yes, Captain. About 2,000. Santos thought of her brother, killed on Mars Colony 5. He had been protecting a school when the aliens executed him. 200 human children died with him. Fire, she ordered. The transport disappeared in a flash of light. This scene repeated across the galaxy for 6 months. Human ships hunted down every alien survivor with the patience of wolves and the efficiency of machines. No mercy, no prisoners, no exceptions. The last alien stronghold was a hidden space station in the void between galaxies. 10,000 survivors from 50 different species lived there, hoping humans would never find them. They were wrong. Admiral Chen's fleet surrounded the station on day 180 of the hunt. Inside, alien families waited for death. Some prayed, some cried, some just held each other in the darkness. The station's leader, an old Andromedan named Vexcol, sent one final message to the human ships. Please, we surrender completely. We will be your slaves. We will worship you as gods. Just let our children live. Admiral Chen's response was broadcast throughout human space. You should have thought of that before you taught us how to hate. The station exploded in silence. With that explosion, intelligent alien life in the galaxy ended forever. But the humans were still not finished. On day 200, Earth scientists activated Project Genesis. Using alien technology they had stolen over 2 centuries, they began rebuilding the galaxy in humanity's image. Dead alien worlds became human colonies. Destroyed space stations became human outposts. Empty star systems became human territory. Within 10 years, the galaxy belonged entirely to humanity. 100 years later, the story was still told. Professor Williams stood before a classroom of young humans on New Mars, the world that was once the Zephyrian homeworld. Behind him, a holographic display showed the old galaxy map, with alien civilizations marked in red. This is why we study history, he told his students. This is why we remember the Great War of Extinction. A young girl raised her hand. Professor, were there really aliens? The stories sound impossible. Williams smiled sadly. Yes, Sarah. Once this galaxy was full of different species. Millions of alien civilizations. Billions of alien worlds. They had art, music, literature, families, dreams. Another student asked, what happened to them? They made one,